Have you ever thought about writing a book, or did you ever get stuck in the process of writing and publishing a book? Then this video is for you. Namaste, I am Dr. Arvind Agrawal, and I'll share in this video a couple of experiences, couple of intermediary experiences in the process of publishing my upcoming book, The 4Q Framework. These intermediary experiences of being an author could fade away with the time, and so this video could be important. A couple of experiences that I went through in the process of publishing this book could save you a lot of time, a lot of frustration, and a lot of money also. This particular book is the third in the series that I am writing, and second in the series was this book called Happy Departures, which is about how to identify the purpose of life quickly and methodically. And although I wrote this book with complete clarity in my mind about how to identify the purpose of life, but at the same time, I was also clear in my own mind that my purpose of life is to become a social entrepreneur, and I kept working on another project, another large-scale project, scalable project that kept me busy enough to give time for marketing this book. You can find this book on Amazon and all the other platforms where books are sold. I'll try and share the screenshot of the first book which I wrote, which was about helping people to learn English and master their level of English proficiency to the next orbit. I do not have a copy of it right now to show it to you on screen. Coming to this particular book project, the 4Q Framework, Campus to Employment, Employment to Entrepreneurship. I have been a teacher, and I always felt that I have the grain in me that I can quickly identify where the student is getting stuck. I could read their minds and identify that technique which will help them quickly. So I was always a skill trainer, a soft skill trainer, a capacity building trainer all through my career. Now, the soft skill training does not enjoy the identity of being a complete and independent academic discipline, just like marketing or finance do. At the same time, it is also a fact that it is the skill level of youngsters as well as elders that controls the quality of their career and quality of their life, not the theory. It was almost about 20 years of being a teacher in the university that I picked up this theme for my PhD research, where I studied the developments and challenges in the professional colleges when it comes to soft skill training. This PhD finished somewhere in 2014, and since then, since 2014 till today, 2018, I have been furthering this thought process of skill development. The 4Q framework that I propose in this book was conceptualized through my PhD research. So the book is product of experience as well as academic validation. Yet, when I went to publishers with the book, I was rejected 3 times. Now, the 3 times rejection is not really a big number. There have been authors who have been rejected up to 30 times. But the rejection hurts. And after having gotten rejected by them, I had kept it aside. So for nearly 2 years, this book project was in dormant stage. How I was able to pick up the confidence and courage to take this book project again, and in fact complete it? All credit goes to the book called Known by Mark Schaefer, and there is one dedicated section in his book where he explains why it is worthwhile to be an author today, why it is easier to become an author today, and why it is not necessary to go through traditional publication channels today. If you are an author, if you have a message that you feel that must be conveyed through you only, then I strongly recommend this book called The Known to You. Now, with this background, let me now share with you a couple of insights that helped me to actually complete this book project, and another 2 weeks of work perhaps I'll be in position to publish this book. Now, as an author, you must be organizing your ideas and thoughts and data that you need to put in your book in a systematic manner. I'm not going to talk much about it. I will discuss those points which come around the time when we are trying to give a finishing touch to the book. The first important experience that I want to share with you is that there are around 6 or 7 steps that follow after we have almost organized our book into final shape. We need to clean up the content. What does it mean by cleaning up? Cleaning up means that when we read the book again as a reader, we will find many unwanted sentences. We will find paragraphs which move from the previous paragraph to the next in a jerky manner. So we may have to add a couple of linking sentences between two paragraphs so that the readers get a smooth experience of transitioning from one paragraph to next paragraph, one chapter to the next chapter. After we have done this kind of cleaning, then comes the important task of redoing our images and illustrations if there are any in the book. As a writer, we may be fairly good at handling word processing softwares, but the images created from word processing softwares are not good enough in terms of quality for the printing purpose. Learning the softwares and creating image on the softwares dedicated for image creation could be quite a learning curve. However, it is well worth it because the good quality illustrations can remarkably improve the quality of the book and reading experiences for your readers. The third stage after you are done with your content is that of creating those extra materials like glossary, activities, reflective questions, and index. These are quite time-taking processes, and two observations will help you greatly to manage this process. Number one, to create these extras, you don't need author's mindset, but you need a trainer's mindset. Think about it. You will be able to figure out what do I mean very quickly. And second is that it requires a lot of self-discipline to do it well. The process which I used is that I created a task list with target dates. And I used a very simple method of encircling the task which was accomplished or encircling the date when it has gone by. I found this to be simplest and most doable technique to complete the task for the day as well as to stick to the deadlines. The book writing project must also finish within reasonable time limits. Otherwise, it becomes a very disgusting and frustrating experience for authors and creators like us. Because there is so much work waiting after we are able to publish the book, taking it to the readers, taking it to the beneficiaries, taking it to the market. Only when we are through the process of creating not only the chapters, but also the extras like images, glossary, activities, reflective questions, index, it is then that we are in position to say that we have been able to complete the content of the book. 3 specific tasks still remain to be attended before the book goes to the publisher and to the print. One, that of professional editing, in case you want to get your book reviewed by a professional editor who expertises for the theme that you are writing for. Number 2, proofreading and linguistics, checking for grammar, structure, spellings, and readability index. And finally, checking the book for its page layout, page numbering, ensuring that the paragraphs are together, there are no orphans and widow as the MS Word terminology puts it, ensuring that the table rows are not broken, ensuring that images and captions are together, and ensuring that page numbers are congruent on the index, the pages, and on the table of contents. You may want to outsource these processes, but ultimately you will have to inspect the output once for yourself. So what I can say is that as an author, you have dual role of creating the message as well as creating the book as a product. I totally understand that sharing this information makes me little vulnerable, but if it helps you, I am okay with it. When I was creating the first version of this book around 3 years ago, I was busy with my full-time job with a university. So I trusted a renowned looking company which I found on the internet that claimed to have all the PhD holders on its editorial panel. I trusted them to help me with the book creation process. All they wanted is all the raw material that I have for creation of the book, and they claimed that they will create a finished product out of the book. I entered an agreement with them. I'll share the screenshot of one of the transaction of one of the payments which I made to them. The point is that the output which I received from them was absolutely not in line with my thought process. It was a very painful experience. I lost money as well as I lost time. The lesson for us, the writers, is that nobody else can do the thinking that goes into creating a good book. However busy you are, never hire anyone else to write the book for you. I do know how the market works. There are authors who depend entirely upon ghostwriters. But the ghostwriters are outsourcing your writing is something that I cannot recommend. It doesn't work. Editors and professional editors can definitely do a marvelous job. They can improve the copy that we have written and take it to the next orbit altogether. But the original message, the content has to come from us. I wish you all the best with your book writing project. Namaste.